Hello students. So students, in the previous class, in the chapter that is metals and non-metals, we were talking about their chemical properties. You see students, till now we have discussed here that is how the reaction take place with that of the metals and the oxygen. So we have seen the reaction of the metals with the oxygen, and in that reaction students we have also seen that the metals they used to react with the oxygen to form oxide, and this oxide it is what? It is basic in nature. And how we came to know that it is basic in nature? When we have taken this metal oxide and made it to react with the water, then the formation of a base occurs. So we can say here that basically the metal oxide are basic in nature, or they forms the base. Their hydroxide forms the base. What about the non-metal students? So we have seen in case of a non-metals used to react with the oxygen at a higher temperature. Means when we burn it in the presence of oxygen, then it forms the oxide. And this oxide on reaction with the water forms a hydroxide. Okay, it will form hydroxide, and finally the hydroxide which is formed here students, that is acidic in nature. Okay, so first of all it will react with the oxygen to form oxide, and then oxide react with the water to form hydroxide, and this hydroxide is acidic in nature. So this is how the reaction of the non-metal with the oxygen take place. Second one is students, it is the reaction of the metals and non-metals, or reaction of the element with the water. Here also, if we talk about the metals, so metals generally react with the water very easily, and remember that the reaction take place with the metals and with water, that also varies with the metal to metal. It means there are some of the metal which react vigorously with water, and there are some which react very slowly, and there are which do not react at all. So suppose we will take the example of a metal that is sodium. So sodium is highly reactive. So it will react with the water and form sodium hydroxide. Produces a lot of a heat. So it's a kind of a vigorous reaction. If we talk about the second, so magnesium is also there. So magnesium reacts with the water to form the magnesium hydroxide. Now sodium, they react even with the cold water to form the sodium hydroxide. While the magnesium, they cannot react with the cold water, so they used to react with the hot water. Now this reaction which takes place with the hot water and magnesium is magnesium hydroxide. Now if we talk about zinc, so zinc reacts with the water, which is a steam, and formation of a zinc oxide happens. So you can see here that it varies with the temperature. Okay, with the different temperature it varies with each other. If you see the reaction of the gold, reaction of the copper and the silver, then you will find that they do not react with the water at any condition. What happened in case of a non-metal student, how they used to show the reaction with water. So generally non-metals, they do not react with water. So this is how the reaction take place between the metals and that of the non-metals. Moving on, and we will see the reaction with acid. So we can write it here that reaction of metals with acid. Reaction of metals with acid. Reaction of metals with acid students. So we have seen that the metals they used to react acid to form salt, and hydrogen gas is released. Hydrogen gas is released here. Now, we can understand this with the help of a different example. So, if we take an example of a sodium, so we have seen that sodium reacts with the acid vigorously with acid with hydrochloric acid to form sodium chloride and hydrogen gas. To form sodium chloride and hydrogen gas. So, sodium react vigorously with the acid. Which acid? You can take any of the example. We have taken here the hydrochloric acid. So, Na, that is what? It is a sodium. React with HCl, which is hydrochloric acid. That will form NaCl, which is sodium chloride plus hydrogen gas. Okay, so we can say here that sodium, it reacts vigorously with the hydrochloric acid to form sodium chloride and hydrogen gas is released. This is the one of the reaction when the metal react with acid. Moving on, and we will see what about magnesium. So, what do we find here, students, that magnesium reacts with sulfuric acid to form magnesium sulfate. And hydrogen gas. It will react with sulfuric acid to form magnesium sulfate and hydrogen gas is released. So here the magnesium represented by Mg, it will react with sulfuric acid. Formula of sulfuric acid is H2SO4 and formation of a magnesium sulfate, that is MgSO4 happens. Again H2, that is hydrogen gas is released. Okay, so we can write it here. It is magnesium. This is sulfuric acid and this is magnesium sulfate and hydrogen gas and hydrogen. So you can see here magnesium react with sulfuric acid to form magnesium sulfate, and here also you will find that hydrogen gas is evolved. Hydrogen gas is released, students. Next one is the zinc. So this is another reaction, magnesium. Then we will see here what about zinc. So zinc is also a kind of a metal which react with the acid to form the hydrogen gas. So we can write it here that zinc reacts with sulfuric acid to form zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas. Zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas. So zinc is there represented by Zn plus H2SO4, that will give ZnSO4 plus H2. So this is what? This is zinc. This is sulfuric acid. This is zinc sulfate, and finally hydrogen is released. So hydrogen gas is released. So zinc is there, react with the sulfuric acid, formation of a zinc sulfate happen and hydrogen gas is released. So this is how we have seen that the reaction of the acid occurred, due to which the formation of a salt happened and hydrogen gas is released. Okay. Now let us see that what happened when the metal used to react with the acid. Sorry, non-metals. So this is the metals reacting with an acid to form salt and hydrogen gas. So, reaction of non-metals with acids. Reaction of non-metals with acid. So, here we will write that non-metals usually do not react with acids. Non-metals usually do not react with acid. Now let us see how the reaction of the metal happened with the bases. So what we have understood here, student, and that is metals used to react with the acid, but the non-metals, they do not react with the acid to form hydrogen gas. Normally, in case of the metals of reacting with the bases, so we will say that most of the metals, they do not react with the bases, but at a extreme condition they can react with the zinc and that of the copper. So we can write it that most metal do not react with the bases at room temperature. With bases at room temperature, but certain metals are there like aluminium and zinc, but certain metals like zinc and aluminium react with a strong base, react with a strong bases, it reacts with strong bases on heating to produce a compound of that metal. A compound of that metal. So generally we can say that the metals do not react with the bases, but certain metals are there, like that of a zinc is there, aluminium is there. They used to react with the strong bases and finally they produce a compound which is of that metal. So this is how the reaction with the bases happen. So these are few things, although that of the non-metals you are going to study in the higher classes. So these are what student, these are the few chemical properties that we have seen in case of the metals and the non-metals. In case of the metal students, we have seen how oxygen, they form oxide at different temperature. Non-metals, they form the oxide but they need a heat for it. Metals, they used to react with the water. Non-metals, they do not react with the water. Metals, they react with the acid to form salt and hydrogen gas, while the non-metals, they do not react with the acid. So these are what students? These are the few chemical properties of the metals. Okay. Now, moving on, and we will see a very important thing, and that is reactivity series of the metal. Try to understand the reactivity series of metals. Reactivity series of metals. What is the reactivity series of metal students? Actually, all metals are not, we can say all metals are not equally reactive. There are some metals which are more reactive. There are some metals which are less reactive. So on the basis of their reactivity, we had arranged them in the order of their decreasing reactivity. And this is the reactivity series of metal. So let us write here a few things that all metals are not equally reactive. They are not equally reactive. Some metals are more reactive and react more quickly. Than others. So all the metal, even we have seen in the chemical properties, sodium was what? Very reactive than that of a zinc, than that of a copper. So we can see that every metals are not equally reactive, but there are metals which are more reactive and there are metals which are less reactive, obviously. So an arrangement of metal an arrangement of metals in the form of a list in order of their decreasing reactivity. Is called reactivity series of metals. That is called as the reactivity series of metals. So an arrangement of metals in the form of a list in order their decreasing reactivity, that is called as the reactivity series of metal. Okay. So arranging the metals in a decreasing reactivity, it means in order of their decreasing reactivity, that is called as the reactivity series of metal. So let me make the reactivity series, student, because it is quite important to know. With the help of the reactivity series, we can say here that the reactivity series is not limited to class 8th only, but it is having a lot of a future use, because when we are going to study the next topic in the same chapter, that is displacement reaction, at least we should know that which one is more reactive than the other. So here I am writing the element and then symbol. Remember, it is a decreasing order of the reactivity. Okay. So first one is potassium. The symbol that we use for writing the potassium is K. It is represented by K. We can say here it is what? It is the most reactive metal. Most reactive metal. After that, sodium is there, student. Sodium. Represented by the symbol that is Na. Then calcium is there, represented by the symbol Ca. Okay. Let me draw all of them little bit here so that I can make the other symbol in the. So it is element. This is element and this is symbol. This is K, this is Na and this is Ca. It is most reactive. Most reactive. Okay. After calcium, magnesium, which is represented by Mg. Okay. Then aluminium. Represented by symbol Al. Then students, again I am continuing the same one here. It means after aluminium it will be the other element. So this is element and this is symbol. So after that of the aluminium, Zinc is there, represented by symbol Zn. Then iron is there, represented by Fe. Then tin is there, represented by Sn. Lead is there, Pb. Then hydrogen, H. Copper, Cu. Mercury, Hg. Silver, Ag. Okay. Then after that there is another one student. Okay, so we will write it here, or after silver we can write it here, students. Then after silver, silver, gold is there. So gold represented by Au. Then platinum is there, which is represented by Pt. And platinum is what? It is the least reactive metal. Okay, this is the least reactive metal. So you can see here at first potassium is there. Potassium is what? It is you can see the order of the reactivity series will be like this. It is in the decreasing order. Then this one, and absolutely after that this one. Okay, so we can say here first of all potassium is there, then sodium is there, calcium is there, magnesium, aluminium. What is the meaning of this, students? It means sodium is less reactive than potassium, or magnesium is less reactive than sodium, or aluminium is less reactive than sodium, or aluminium is less reactive than calcium, or aluminium is less reactive than magnesium. Same thing here, you can see iron is less reactive than zinc, or zinc is more reactive than iron. Tin is less reactive than zinc and iron. Lead is less reactive, or we can say lead is more reactive than copper. Okay, or copper is more reactive than silver, or copper is more reactive than gold. So this is how we can understand that which one is more reactive or which one is less reactive. This is what, students, this is the reactivity series of metal. Here, this is very important, students, so you all will make the reactivity series in your copy. So, it is hydrogen. Though a non-metal it is, placed at the reactivity series. Placed at reactivity series as its chemical properties as its chemical properties resembles with metals.